Problem 3.4.10. You're supposed to do long division here, so how long division will set up for this problem? For a place here, excuse me, 4a plus 3 divided into the 12a cubed minus 3a squared minus 5a plus 14. So what we're trying to figure out is 4a plus 3 times what would equal this 12a cubed minus 3a squared. So yeah, first of all, make my leading term here, and what do I need to multiply it by to get this leading term? I would suggest that that's 3a squared. So if I have a 3a squared times the 4a squared, I'd have my 12a cubed. That I've made that much so far, but I also have to multiply it by this 3. So I have a 9a squared. So it's as if I need all of this. So far I've created this much. So if I subtract it away, it'll tell me what I still need. So if I think about distributing this minus over here, these two, your 12a cubes, your leading term each step, should cancel out there if you've done it correctly. You're making the exact amount of that. But then what do I have here? So I have a negative and a negative. So I still needed these -3. I need 3 -9s to make up for these. So I need 12 negatives. Otherwise said, a -3 and this -9 makes -12. I still need all of these trailing terms here on the end. And then we start the process all over again. So this 4a times what would make this -12a squared, and I would suggest a -3a. -3a times 4a is -12a squared. Those a squareds would be all accounted for then. And the -3a, this -3a times this 3 means I made -9a. So that's how much I've created. If I take that away from what I needed, that'll tell me what's left. So subtracting the exact same thing away from itself. This next one, I would prefer to think of this as adding the opposite instead of subtracting. So I still need on this 4a's. Bring down that 14 because I still need that. -5a and a negative, yeah, so I need 4a's. So then my next step here, this 4a again times what would make this 4a, and that would be a +1. And then this +1 times the 4a, and this +1 times that 3. I needed 4a plus 13. I've created 4a plus 3, so what's still left? And I would have the 14 take away these 3. I still needed an 11. So I have a plus a remainder of 11. So the quotient is the answer to a division problem with this remainder as well. Sometimes they'll have you write that remainder. If you remember learning division before yourself on a problem like, let's say we had 13 divided by 3, that would be a 4 with a remainder of 1. And that can be written as 4 and then the remainder of 1 divided by your divisor of 1/3 for your answer. So over here, that would be this remainder could be added on to the end as 11 over my divisor out here, 4a plus 3. Just depends on which form they're asking the question. In this, they just say, find the quotient. I've even seen some that will list this only as the quotient and this remainder as a separate answer. So just have to see which form they're looking for when you get your final answer to that problem, 3.4.10.